This is a story about us and our relationship with the sun.
We are living in a sunburnt country. We called it.
There are days that you cry all day because I didn't want to die.
I remember feeling pretty scared.
Australia is just a very sun-friendly place, and the sun is not your friend.
I'd put some sunblock on my face, but it wasn't enough.
10% of the world's melanoma cases are found in Australia. We've only got 26 million people.
Australia is the world champion of skin cancer.
For decades, we've been told that the sun is our enemy, that the rays of sunshine are a dangerous force.
Come on, just one more step. That's it. Feels good, doesn't it? My sweet summer child.
Ready to burn, blister, and ultimately cause cancer. And what did we turn to for protection? Sunscreen.
Oh, Harold, you missed a spot. Let me get that for you.
Thank you, sweetie.
The magic lotion that would shield us from the sun's harm. But what if I told you sunscreen might not be the hero we've been led to believe?
This industry, which anytime you walk into a store in this country, is virtually asserting that they can rebuild people with new cells and all kinds of other very bold claims.
What if the very thing we've been using to protect ourselves is actually linked to the very disease we're trying to avoid?
Your expert said when a consumer asks, is this product safe? Your expert said, I cannot say.
Buckle up, because this is a story of sunlight, skin cancer, and the truth about sunscreen. A tale filled with secrets, deception, and hidden agendas.
It's hard to imagine that there are rules that limit what chemicals we can spray on food or on crops, but not the chemicals we spray on ourselves every day.
Let's rewind to the 1970s, when sunscreen was introduced as the ultimate protector against the sun. Slather it on, and you're safe from skin damage and skin cancer, right?
Copper tones for you, and you too, whoever you are. You'll get a beautiful tan and beautiful skin with copper tone.
Whether your skin is dark, fair, or somewhere in between, there's a copper tone to let you tan fast, not burn, and help keep your skin looking beautiful.
But here's the twist. Right as sunscreen sales skyrocketed, something else happened. Skin cancer rates, especially melanoma, began to rise. Was it just a coincidence that as sunscreen use went up, so did the number of people diagnosed with skin cancer?
That lack of sunshine causes skin cancer. Many people have skin cancers in areas that are never even exposed to the sun.
That's true.
And so it's not the sun. The UVB is now taken off the hook. It's no longer the culprit. There's a brand new study that just came out and showed that UVB doesn't cause the cancer, it's the UVA.
If sunscreen was supposed to protect us from skin cancer, then why did the cancer rates keep climbing? Could sunscreen, the very product we've trusted, actually have something to do with this rise?
Skin burning is not a good idea in any case. You don't want to burn your skin. So typically if your body is in the sun too long, it will start burning. You would want to get out of it. Whereas if you put suntan lotion on, you don't get that signal. And you allow a lot of penetration of UVA. Now there are some of these screens that are blocking out both UVA and UVB, and you think, oh, now I'm safe.
Right.
Yes, but you are becoming vitamin D deficient while being in the sun.
Sunscreen became a mainstream solution in the 70s, and skin cancer cases followed soon after. Melanoma, the deadliest form of skin cancer, also grew in prevalence. Could the timing of these two events, sunscreen's rise and the rise in cancer, be more than just a coincidence? Could sunscreen, rather than protecting us, be a factor in this surge? What if we've been taught to fear the wrong thing? What if the sun isn't the problem, but the very products we've trusted to protect us? Is sunscreen doing more harm than good? So, the next time you reach for that bottle of sunscreen, remember this. The sun might not be your enemy, and the sunscreen you trust might be doing more harm than you ever imagined. Something doesn't add up here. For years, we've been told that the sun is the main cause of skin cancer. We've heard it a million times. Stay out of the sun, or you'll get skin cancer. But here's the plot twist. Recent studies are now showing that sunlight might not be the real villain. A study from Sydney University in 2017 found that rare melanomas, the most deadly form of skin cancer, are not caused by sun exposure. In fact, some melanomas show no link to the sun at all. So what's going on here? If the sun isn't to blame, what is? If the sun isn't responsible for skin cancer, then why have we been told to fear it all these years? Could it be that the real cause of skin cancer is something else entirely? And if the sun isn't the enemy, could we have been misled this whole time? Let's dig deeper. The sun, which we've been told to avoid, actually provides us with essential benefits.
Stop it, Gwen. Just try it, Ben. Sounds boring. Just relax. What makes you think that this is gonna... this is pretty nice.
When we get sunlight, our bodies produce vitamin D, a crucial nutrient for maintaining strong bones, boosting our immune system, and even fighting off certain cancers. In fact, research shows that people with low vitamin D levels are at a higher risk for a wide range of health problems, including cancer and heart disease. But here's the twist. Vitamin D is made when our skin is exposed to sunlight. So if we're avoiding the sun, we're also avoiding the benefits it provides. Could the sun be helping us prevent cancer, while we've been led to believe it's the cause of it? So if the sun is actually beneficial, why are we constantly told to stay out of it? And what if we've been misguided about sun exposure all along? Now here's where it gets interesting. While we've been told to avoid the sun and use sunscreen to protect ourselves, there's something you may not know about the chemicals in sunscreen. Ingredients like oxybenzone, octinoxate, and retinol palmitate are common in sunscreens, and studies have shown that these chemicals can be harmful to your skin. In fact, some chemicals found in sunscreen have been linked to skin irritation, endocrine disruption, and even DNA damage. Wait a minute, the product we're using to protect ourselves from skin cancer could actually be contributing to the very problem we're trying to avoid. It sounds crazy, but the more we learn about these chemicals, the more we start to wonder, could sunscreen actually be doing more harm than good? So, if the sun isn't the real danger, and sunscreen itself may have harmful effects, what is the real cause of skin cancer? And could we have been misled by years of sunscreen marketing and false information about the dangers of sun exposure?
Slip on a shirt, slip is real hip. Slump on a sunscreen, sun's on me.
The truth is, we've been taught to fear the wrong thing all along. The sun isn't our enemy. It's the chemicals we've been told to trust that might actually be making us more vulnerable. Could we have been caught in a massive scam? One where sunscreen is the false savior and the sun in moderation is the true protector. Now, let's talk about something strange. Outdoor workers. These are the people who are exposed to the sun all day long. Think about farmers, construction workers, lifeguards, or anyone who spends their days under the sun. But here's the thing. Studies show that outdoor workers actually have lower rates of skin cancer compared to those who spend most of their time inside. Wait, how can this be? If the sun is so dangerous, why aren't these workers getting sick? If sun exposure doesn't lead to skin cancer for people who are in the sun all day, then why are we told to avoid the sun at all costs? What's the real connection between sun exposure and skin cancer? Could the sun really be protecting us? Here's the interesting part. moderate sun exposure doesn't seem to cause cancer in these workers. In fact, the sun provides a host of health benefits, including the production of vitamin D. This vital nutrient supports our immune system, bone health, and mental well-being. So why are we told to hide from the very thing that's keeping us healthy? It turns out, sun exposure in moderation is actually beneficial to our bodies. And if outdoor workers are getting more sun and less cancer, maybe we should reconsider the whole "stay out of the sun" message we've been fed for decades. If sun exposure is actually good for us, then why do we continue to believe the sun is our enemy?
Avoiding the sun may be just as dangerous as smoking cigarettes. There's an association between at least 17 different cancers and a vitamin D insufficiency, and autoimmune diseases, and cardiovascular disease.
Could sunscreen be misleading us into thinking the sun is more dangerous than it actually is? Let's talk about the famous Slip, Slop, Slap campaign.
Slip, slop, slap, in the sun this summer, say, slip, slop, slap, slop, slap.
The one that told us to slip on a shirt, slop on sunscreen, and slap on a hat. This campaign was everywhere, telling us to avoid the sun and protect ourselves with sunscreen. But here's the big question. Who was behind this massive public health campaign? Was it truly about our health, or was it all about profit? Who stands to benefit from this massive sunscreen industry? Could it be that there's more to this campaign than just public health? Was sunscreen really about keeping us safe, or is there a hidden agenda we've been missing? Could the real agenda behind sunscreen be more about money than health? And if that's the case, what have we really been protecting ourselves from all these years? So, if sunscreen was marketed as the solution, what if it's been part of a bigger plan to make us fear the sun, while encouraging us to spend billions on sunscreen that may not even be protecting us? Could the sun not be the problem after all? Stay tuned. The truth is about to get even darker. Now let's ask a big question. Who really benefits from sunscreen? We've all been told it's to protect us from the sun, right? But let's dig a little deeper. Sunscreen has become a multi-billion-dollar industry. But who's actually making the most money from it? Could it be that the people behind the Slip, Slop, Slap campaign and the massive sunscreen marketing push have more to gain than just our health? What if this campaign, which we've trusted for decades, isn't about protecting us at all, but about profiting from our fear of the sun? After all, healthy people don't buy sunscreen, but people scared of skin cancer do. And what happens when fear is used to sell a product? Money. Big money.
Here comes the money. Here we go. Money talks. Here comes the money. Money, 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 money. Dollar, dollar.
Could it be that the real agenda behind the sunscreen industry is profit, not health? If the sun isn't the problem, what's really going on behind the scenes? Could we have been sold a product for years that isn't actually keeping us safe? Let's dive into the ingredients in sunscreen. While we've been told sunscreen is the magic shield against the sun, many products contain chemicals like oxybenzone, octinoxate, and retinol palmitate. These chemicals are linked to skin irritation, hormonal disruption, and even DNA damage. Some studies have even shown that these ingredients may increase the risk of skin cancer, not prevent it. So, we've been slathering these harmful chemicals on our skin in the name of protection. But could it be that the sunscreen chemicals are actually contributing to the problem we're trying to avoid? Think about it. While sunscreen companies rake in billions, we're putting our health at risk without even knowing it. Could the very thing we thought was protecting us actually be making us more vulnerable to skin cancer? And why aren't we being warned about the dangers of the chemicals inside sunscreen? So, the next time you're reaching for sunscreen, remember, the sun might not be the enemy at all. The real question is, What's in your sunscreen? Could the chemical protection you trust be doing more harm than good? Stay tuned, because the truth about sunscreen is far darker than we ever imagined. So, what's the real story here? For years, we've been taught to fear the sun and trust sunscreen to keep us safe. But the more we dig, the more it seems like the truth is far more complicated. Could it be that sun exposure isn't the dangerous enemy we've been led to believe? What if it's not the sun causing skin cancer, but instead the chemicals we've been applying to our skin in the name of protection? Here's the kicker. Moderate sun exposure is actually good for us. It helps us produce vitamin D, which is vital for our immune system, bone health, and even mental well-being. In fact, many studies suggest that people who avoid the sun too much could actually be putting their health at risk by missing out on all those benefits. And yet, we've been told to stay out of the sun and use sunscreen as if it's the only way to stay safe. Could we have been wrong all along? So, if the sun isn't the problem, and sunscreen might actually be doing more harm than good, why are we still so obsessed with protecting ourselves from it? Could we have been misled by a decades-long marketing campaign designed to keep us in the dark? What if there's a better way to protect ourselves from the sun without relying on harmful chemicals? The truth is, there are natural ways to protect your skin without lathering on toxic sunscreen. Things like wearing a hat, choosing protective clothing, and seeking shade during peak hours are simple and effective ways to stay safe. And here's the best part. Moderate sun exposure combined with natural protection can give us the benefits of vitamin D without the risks of overexposure. So maybe it's time to rethink how we view the sun and the products we use to protect ourselves. The sun, in moderation, can be our friend, not our enemy. If we've been wrong about sunscreen all this time, then what else might we have been told to fear? Could the sunlight and nature's protection be the key to keeping us healthy, instead of relying on chemicals that might actually be causing more harm? So the next time you step outside, don't fear the sun. Instead, embrace its benefits and protect your skin the natural way. Sunscreen might not be the solution. We just need to rediscover the healthy balance between sun and protection. The truth is, we've been misled into thinking we need products to protect us from the very thing that keeps us healthy.